Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and ever since the beginning of online gaming, I'm pretty sure you are all well aware that there is a lot of things that you can do to find yourself banned where you cannot play the game unless you buy a new console or you get a new IP, this kind of stuff, where you break the rules during an online game and then you are no longer allowed to play that. And of course, PUBG is no different. Aside from all the obvious things, the way that you can get yourself banned from cheating and stuff like that, there's a couple interesting things that you can do in this game that will get you permanently banned. So that's basically what we're going to be discussing today, and I'm sure a few of these are going to end up surprising you as they are very, very weird and different. But before we get started on this, guys, I'm going to be doing another different kind of giveaway. Same rules as always, which I'll explain in just a minute, but what I'm going to be giving away are these PUBG pan keychains. They're very similar to the level 3 helmet keychains that I'm also giving away in separate videos, but these are actually really cool because they can complement you. If you did win a level 3 helmet keychain and you have the pan, you can complement it very well, or if you just want the pan, then you can go ahead and enter on this video. If you guys want to do that, the first thing you got to do is make sure you do leave a thumbs up on the video. Be sure to drop a like. The second thing you need to do is be sure that you are subscribed to this channel. And the last and final thing you need to do is let me know inside of the comment section if you have ever been banned from an online video game. It doesn't have to be Battlegrounds itself, but any online game. If you have not, just put a note. If you have, just give me a yes, and then if you want to give me a brief explanation as to why, go for it. And of course, once you've done those 3 things, you are automatically entered into the giveaway, and I'll be drawing very, very soon. I will message you on YouTube if you are one of the lucky winners, so just stay tuned for that. And the final thing, if you guys also, this is optional, this isn't required if you want to enter the giveaway, but it'd be greatly appreciated anyways, is if you want to go join my Discord server, link is in the description right now. If you want teammates for PUBG or you want to be able to talk to me and stuff like that, go join the Discord server. It's a really great community and I encourage you guys to get involved. But with all that being said and all that out of the way, let's talk about the weirdest ways that you can find yourself banned permanently in PUBG. So a super strange way that some people were getting banned, this is a problem that has been fixed now, but if you couldn't believe this actually happening in a game to you, you would be absolutely salty if this went down. So what was happening is that there is a glitch where some players in the game, not all of them, but a good majority of them, would not have houses that would render in the game for them, so like they physically didn't exist for that player. However, for other players, for the enemies, the house worked just fine. You know, you could go up and down the floors, the walls worked as intended, but for the player who was experiencing the glitch and the houses were not rendering, you could drive a vehicle through these houses where they were supposed to be sitting at, and even if a player was inside, if they were like on the ground, you could still run them over even though they're in a building. So you might think that you were safe, you might think that you were behind cover and in a really nice position, and then all of a sudden a UAZ comes plowing through and absolutely smashes you. I seriously couldn't imagine this kind of thing happening to me. Luckily, I never experienced this, nor did I ever take advantage of this, but this was a glitch that existed in the game for a while, and you guys can let me know in the comment section if you were around to see this glitch, or if this did happen to you. Let me know your story, because it sounds like a veteran story, but you know what I mean. Like, that's actually wild. And of course, I think it goes without saying that the players who did take advantage of this glitch for the time that it was in the game ended up getting banned. Absolutely. I mean, that's a huge no to the Battleground staff when it comes to, you know, taking advantage of any glitch or exploit in the game that's going to give you an unfair advantage. That's clearly stated in their policies, and people who did that and knowingly did that find themselves getting banned for sure. Another kind of strange way that you can find yourself banned on this game is impersonating somebody else. This is stated in their rules, but here's the thing. I want to discuss this because I don't think they really make clear what impersonating somebody can entail, or if this is very heavily enforced. Now, impersonating someone could, in my opinion, range anything from sounding like someone, having the same name as like a streamer or some kind of celebrity or YouTuber or anything like that, or it could just mean that you're acting like somebody in their similar manner. So for example, you know, like all of those trolling videos on YouTube where people go into lobbies sounding like Barack Obama or some kind of celebrity with a voice that people will recognize, and then they'll do like trolling videos on that kind of thing. So does that mean that people could get banned for doing that? See, that's the thing, is because I don't know how much this is actually enforced. I'm sure this kind of thing happens very often, and some of you guys probably watching this right now have either done this yourself or know somebody else who's done this kind of thing in a public lobby. But according to PUBG's official rules, impersonating somebody else is against their policies, and as I was saying before, I'm not sure what this all entails. They don't really go into specifics, and I'm not really sure how hard this is enforced. But if you guys have any more information about this, or if you've ever been banned by impersonating somebody else, whether just having the same name or acting like them, let me know. I get why this is a rule though, so that people with an actual good reputation don't get it destroyed by some random who's just trying to be a troll. Like, I understand the premise behind it, but I also really just don't get what the actual specifics for the guidelines are. That's kind of weird, but I just figured I'd let you guys know about that one, as it is a very interesting way to get banned, and maybe give you guys a heads up if you were planning on doing this kind of thing, so I would be careful. So this next one I can absolutely see as fair grounds to ban somebody, unlike the other one, but this is going to be if you've ever been in a solo lobby where you kind of feel like two players are either working together, they know each other, but they don't really seem to be fighting, and it's you against two, and you think it might be in your head, but you're not really sure. You're probably right. I would go with your gut feeling on this one, because a lot of people in solo matches tend to team up. So what they do is they find a friend that's in a solo lobby with them, and they team up, they don't kill each other, and they sort of try to stomp out the whole match until the end. And whoever decides the winner, I don't really know how that goes, but if you team up in a solo with somebody else, that is a really easy way to get banned, because it's like very easily detectable and you will get reported quickly. But I can say I have definitely played against players like this. I'd probably say that out of maybe say 500 matches, I've seen this at least 10 times, and that's just like a rough estimate, but it's ridiculous. Like, you might run into it every now and again, but it's easy to report these players, and they most likely will end up getting banned for it. But so if some of you guys were thinking about doing this, I would advise you not to do it unless you want to find yourself not able to play this game anymore. There are a lot of games where this is a problem. It's not just PUBG, it's Fortnite. It doesn't have to be Battle Royale either, but any sort of like free-for-all kind of game mode where two players that know each other can get up in the same lobby and be communicating and team up, then that's when it becomes an issue, and that's when I think it should be enforced by the law, and there should be some kind of punishment for that. But that's another way you can find yourself banned, is teaming up in solo lobbies with a friend. And I guess I don't know if really the same can apply for squads, if you're like essentially playing with an 8-man squad against teams of 4. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Maybe somebody should test that out and see if you end up getting banned for that or not, because that is definitely not explicitly stated if you can squad team, but the solo teaming up is definitely an enforced rule, so watch out for that one. Now, the next way to get banned should be pretty straightforward, and it almost is the inverse of teaming up in a solo game, but this is team killing. Now, if you're playing squads and let's say one of your teammates, you're not talking to him, like nobody has a mic and you're just in a random fill, but let's just say he's got that nice juicy M4, right? It's all kitted out, you really want it, you think you can win the game if you get your hands on it, but you can't seem to find one anywhere else. You know, he's the only one in your vicinity that is holding that particular thing. If you kill him and take his gun, that is a straight easy way to get yourself banned on this game. And this honestly happens a lot more than you think. A lot of streamers have been banned doing this, like Dr. Disrespect and a couple of others, like big names have actually been taken off this game. I mean, of course, they've gotten their accounts back or whatever, and their permissions have been re-granted, but a lot of people have been banned for doing this. They don't really see the harm in it, which is good to see some people's moral compasses, but you know what I mean? That some people have no regard when it comes to if a teammate's got nice stuff, they're going to kill them and take their equipment anyway. That should be a no-brainer, and I don't think I need to tell any of you guys that, but if that's a habit of yours in PUBG, just something that you do, I would probably advise against it unless you want to find yourself banned, but that's not even one of the weirdest ways that you can get banned in this game. There is one more that I want to talk about, one really strange way that people have been complaining about recently, and before we really need to get to that, I need to preface this one. So a lot of you guys are familiar with the term stream sniping, and if you are familiar with that, then I don't need to tell you what it is, but just in case anybody is not, if you're new to this game or you're pretty much new to the online gaming community, this doesn't just apply for Battlegrounds, but essentially what stream sniping is when you're watching a streamer on Twitch or on YouTube and they're playing a game that you find yourself in. So let's say for instance that you're playing PUBG and I don't know, Dr. Disrespect is in the lobby that you are also in. You have his stream up and you can see where he is in the game at all times, what his current setup is, and basically just you have a huge advantage because you know where he is at the moment and he doesn't know where you are. So you can see the unfairness in this, and a lot of people tend to do this, but stream sniping is obviously not very moral, nor is it very fun, and it's of course against the terms of service against for PUBG. But that's not the surprising part at all. You should easily get banned if you're stream sniping. I think that most of you guys can agree with that is not right, but some people in PUBG were getting banned for honking their horns at streamers, like the car horns. If they know where a streamer is, I don't know what this really entails, whether they just give them like a little beep beep and they kind of just stick around and keep doing that, or they're right by the streamer for an extended period of time and literally just lay on their horn just to be super annoying and really irritating. Maybe if they're like in an autofill squad, they are annoying on purpose. And as crazy as that may sound, honking your horn at a streamer evidently can get you banned on this game. So many people were complaining that their accounts were getting banned when they got on after honking at a streamer and it being recorded, and I guess people were reporting it or something like that. This never happened to me because I don't really do that, obviously, but that's something that a lot of people were having issues with, and I believe right now this has been resolved, but I also wouldn't recommend doing it just in case this is still something that PUBG is enforcing. But that's kind of weird, isn't it? Aside from all the obvious ways to get yourself banned, like cheating, using extremely offensive language and that sort of things that we are all well aware of, there's also a few little niche things that you might not even think of that could wind up you getting banned on this game. It's very strange how this works. I can thankfully say that no, I have never ever in my life been banned on PUBG. I'm not going to say that I haven't been banned on video games before, because there's been a couple. I believe I got banned on Black Ops 2 once for something. I don't even really remember what it was, but I've not been banned on PUBG, thank God. But it's still definitely a possibility for people who might not even be expecting it. But it's really crazy, and I wanted to share the small little list with you guys of things that I found really weird ways of how to get banned on PUBG. But if there was anything aside from the obvious, things that are clearly stated on the rules and policies that you shouldn't do in this game, if there's anything of this similar caliber that I talked about in this list that can get you banned on PUBG, let me know in the comment section down below. Namely because number one, I want to learn about these, and also you might help somebody out who's just browsing the comments and was going to try something, but aside from now, they're going to change their mind and they won't end up getting banned. So you could save somebody else here. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you do want to enter the giveaway, the rules were at the beginning of the video, and it's super simple. But guys, thank you very much for watching once again. If you are brand new, make sure you drop a like on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done already, and without further ado, I will see you all up in the next live stream or the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and peace out.